brother led the clan. This was meant to be. We can curse the Norns all we like here in the safety of Valhalla, but it will do little good. Fouter has had a great weight thrust upon his shoulders, but the Norns spin for a purpose. Snorri nodded. And the Volvas of the clan, Helge, Eder and the others, whilst not as powerful as my wife, can hold the clan together while Fouter grows. He looked at his son. They will go back to the east. He nodded. I believe they will, for the warriors who died were the ones who wished to carve out a home in this savage wilderness. The ones who remain wish to go east, and they seek a home in the land of the wolf. Lars put his arm around his son. Then let us drink some ale and toast the son who will never join us, and whose spirit will forever fly as a seabird above the seas he loved so much. Let us drink to Eric the Navigator.
Chapter 1. Eric. Despair is the wrong word to use, but it was close to despair that I felt as I was reborn in a new world with Laughing Deer and Stands Alone. The others had left me to return to Bear Island, and we were surrounded by the Penobscot who would hunt us down, kill me, and enslave Laughing Deer and her sister once more. Yet, even in the depths of despair, I felt hope, for my dream had become a reality. Gita had promised me that it would, and I also had the hope that on Bear Island the clan would be waiting for me. The first thing we had to do was get as far north as we could as quickly as possible. Crossing the river had been difficult, for Stands Alone would not come near to me, but we had managed it. I hoped that we would now be able to lose the Penobscot. What lay ahead I had no idea, for we had come south by sea. Laughing Deer had not passed this way either, and so I would have to use my skills as a navigator, but on land. The sun showed me where north was, and so I led us north along the first animal trail I found. I would shun the trails used by the Skraeling, as the Penobscot would use those. I now saw that the coming of Beartooth into our lives had been important, for without it I would not have been able to speak to Laughing Deer. Did her tribe know about the Norns too, or was this thread mine alone? I had my bow slung across my back, and I had my seax in my hand. I had my ale skin, and we had a little dried deer meat, but it would not last, and I knew that we had many miles to walk. My other belongings were wrapped in my oiled cloak, which I had tied across my back. The nights were still icily cold at times, but each day brought more warmth. The march through the forest would keep us warm. In my head, I estimated 100 or so miles, possibly more, as I knew the coast was riven with gullies, ravines and rivers. We might have to backtrack to find our way. I did not know what Laughing Deer would make of our clan, but the Norns had bound us together. I kept glancing over my shoulder as we moved ever north. Laughing Deer held her sister's hand. She carried their belongings over her back, as did I, and I rued that we did not have a boat. I wondered if I could have risked stealing one. I dismissed the thought immediately, for the Penobscot would have caught us. We now had a chance to escape. It was a slim one, but I would take it. The animal trail descended to a narrow stream, and looking at the sun I realized that we had been walking for some hours. I could continue, but the younger girl would be tiring. I pointed to the stream. We will rest there and eat. I will go back down the trail. Laughing Deer nodded. Do not hurry back, for we need to make water, and my sister fears you. I could do little about that. I dropped my gear except for my sword and bow and headed back down the trail. I saw our footprints. They were distinctive and would lead the Penobscot directly to us. We would have to walk in the stream for a while and hope to throw them from our trail.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.